Hi, everyone. It is Wednesday, March 23rd, and it has been 2 years since I lost my husband. And today started off pretty rough for me. Um, of course, it was the first thing I thought of when I woke up this morning, and I've been trying to keep myself busy all day so that I'm not crying all day long. Um, Got a glare. I'm sorry about that. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of numb today. Um, Honestly thought I'd be in a lot worse condition. I miss him a lot. Um, I wish I had one more day, one more week, one more month. I wish I could turn back the hands of time and go back 10 years. I mean, so many things you'd change, and something that you really don't think about and you don't discuss with others. And you can say the things that you mean them at the time. um like I told my husband, I'll be okay. I will work two jobs if I have to. I can take care of myself. I'm a big girl. I know how to do this. And I'm not okay. I mean, I am on certain days, I am okay. I'll tell you that. I feel pretty good about everything and decisions I've made and things. And then there are other days when I'm like, oh my goodness, he must be so disappointed because I am struggling. I am drowning. I am not where I need to be. I'm not the person I once was. Grief changes you. Like, to the point where you don't recognize yourself. Um, it's so hard to tell someone you're going to change, and you don't think that you will. You don't think that you think, yeah, I'm going to be sad, yeah, I'm going to miss them, it's going to be hard. But what you don't understand is it changes every fiber of your being. You will not recognize the person that you are when you lose your spouse, because you don't, I don't even know how to say it, you don't trust anymore. And you don't, I mean, I stepped back from loving my dogs. I had two dogs, and I lost one this year in January. Um, but I mean, I stepped back from my dogs. I stepped back from my children. I was like, this kind of hurt, I don't ever want to experience again. So I'm just going to shut off everything in me. All the feelings, all the caring, all the, just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Over it. Nope. Not going to get hurt again. Not going to cry again. Um, and I was like that for a good year. It's different now. I mean, I'm with my family, my children, of course, my dog that I have left. I do love them and I do care about them, but you put up such high walls. And something else that happens, and not a lot of people talk about this. I have seen it maybe once or twice, but you tend to forget that you ever had any bad times with your spouse. Like every argument, every tantrum, all these things, you're like, you put them on this pedestal and like they're the most perfect person. It's almost like you idolize or worship them or something. Like, I mean, my husband was, sometimes he was not such a nice person. I mean, not to say he's never laid a hand on me, nothing like that. But, we had some arguments where some things were said that were not very nice. And you tend to forget those things the first year. And it's very strange because my husband and I loved each other very much. Like, he and I were cut from the same cloth. Always said he was my soulmate. Always said love of my life. The longest I'd ever been single in my adult life was a week. It was a year. I'm sorry, 1 year. And even then, I can't say I was single because I dated someone in that year. But the longest I had lived by myself was 1 year. And now it's been 2 years that I've lived by myself. And it gives you a lot of time to think about things. And my husband was by no means perfect. He was sometimes not so nice when we argued, but he provided for me. He took care of me. He was my best friend. We did everything together. And that's how we wanted it. I mean, that's how we did things. And you just have to realize that you're going to do these things. You're going to make them into this perfect person. And you'll hit the realization that, you've done it, and that they may not have been the best person in the whole world all the time. But here I am at my 2-year anniversary, and I think the days leading up to it were worse than today. I took the day off work because I was really worried that I would be sitting and crying at my work all day long. And maybe I would have been had I not been able to stay at home and kind of just keep myself busy here doing things. It's hard. It's still hard. I still have really bad days. I mean, you've seen a few of them. Days I'm so mad that I wish he'd just taken me with him because I don't want to do this alone. How dare he leave me in a pandemic on top of it? Like, geez. You could have hung around for a little bit longer. Help me get through this. It's silly things you get mad at them about. But I feel good today. I feel like I've accomplished something by not being a total mess all day. I have been house hunting That's kept me busy today. I have been um, talking with friends, laughing about good, times that we were all together and things. So yeah, I mean, I think if you can get to a point where the day is not a day that you reflect on like, oh my God, this was the worst day of my life. Was this the worst day of my life 2 years ago? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100% without a doubt, worst day of my life ever. And it will be probably for the rest of my life. But making it through this most of today without tears, and I know I'm going to cry before I get through the rest of today, but have gone through most of the day without tears makes me realize that next year on March 23rd, I'm going to go out to dinner. And I'm not going to celebrate, but I'm going to make it a day that isn't the day of tears, but the day that my husband got to go home and he is now waiting for me. So every March 23rd, I'm going to have dinner with my husband. I'm going to get either something to go and sit at his grave and eat dinner with him, or have a nice dinner in a restaurant and then go sit with him. I kind of like the idea of getting dinner, going sitting on a blanket or something, weather permitting, at his grave and having dinner with him and just making it not a horrible day in my life, but a day that him and I share. And no one else gets to share that with him, you know? And nobody can take that day away from me. And I think that is something we all should think about. Not just the birthdays and the holidays and the wedding anniversaries, things like that. I think I don't want to call it a celebration of that day, but instead of making it a day of pain and loss and heartache, I think after this year, after today, I am going to celebrate. No, not celebrate. I am going to enjoy my day and spend it with my husband. And it doesn't matter if I'm in a relationship with someone, they're just going to have to understand he's coming along. There's no competition, but he's part of me. He always will be part of me, and that's part of the package. So if you were worried about me today, I'm sorry I took so long to get on today. Like I said, I've been a little busy today. I did have my meltdown this morning. Probably have another one right before bed because everything seems to be horrible at night. But I hope y'all can get to that point sometime, that day isn't just a painful day, a painful reminder, that turn it into something else. Turn it into dinner at a gravesite, or if you have an urn, take it down to the lake or to a park or wherever and have dinner. Keep them alive that way. And invite family if you want. Invite your kids, invite, in-laws, brothers, sisters, whatever you want to do. Maybe y'all could have dinner with them. And instead of it being this painful day for everybody, it can be a family day or just a dinner date day. I like the idea of a dinner date day. Maybe someday I'll invite my family, but I like the thought of a dinner date with my husband on March 23rd every year. Wish I could have done it today, but I'm in Texas and he's in Michigan. So next year I will be with him. So yes, I've had a rough couple of days. I'm going to probably have a rough evening, but I'm getting there. I'm going to have good days and I'm going to have bad days. But I want to share them with y'all because I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm not going to, if I'm having a really bad day, I'm going to share it with y'all because I want you to see that it's okay. It's normal. And if you're just starting your journey, take the help. Somebody wants to cook you dinner, let them. Somebody wants to clean your house, let them. Somebody wants to take you out to dinner, girl, it doesn't matter if you are, or if you're a guy, it doesn't matter if you are crying during dinner. It doesn't matter if you don't have makeup on. It doesn't matter if your hair hasn't been washed in 3 days. Doesn't matter. They care about you. They want to help you. Let them. Let them. My friends saved me. I am not joking. Like, my friends saved me. So let them help you. And if it's a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, if you're struggling, ask for help. And if people around you, coworkers, whatever, think, hey, it's been 2 years, get over it, no. Your grief journey will last as long as you need it to until you can heal yourself. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is let people help you. Get out of your house. Just find your way. Find your new normal. Find an organization to join. Volunteer somewhere. If you're happy in your job, get another job. If you, go to a movie by yourself. I have learned that I enjoy going to a movie by myself. Ain't nobody eating my popcorn. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's saying anything during the movie, I go out to eat by myself. I do a lot of things that people normally don't do by themselves because they're uncomfortable. Start at like a McDonald's or, God, that's a bad example because their food is so bad for you. Find a local Panera or something and go sit and eat by yourself. Try it for like once a week. I did it. I went once a week and ate at a different restaurant. And you get more comfortable with it and you're okay with it. And I went to the movies by myself. And I'm like, you can do these things alone. Did you know that? It actually happens. Other people do it too. So I think I'm going to end it there. I kind of rambled about a million things today. And I just think that maybe some of you have been worried about me because I had a pretty rough week. So, pretty rough month. So, just know that I'm okay today. I am, like I said, I'll probably have another meltdown tonight and I may share it with you. It just depends. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, I want to keep it real for you. I want you to understand that I'm not one of those people that's like going to be like, oh, you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I'm not going to be that girl. So just stick with me and walk my journey with me, and hopefully I'll be helping you too. Okay? Have a good Wednesday. Bye, y'all.